Good morning, dear friends. Welcome to our Sunday Dharma service. This past week felt like a full circle of seasons, starting warm like summer, turning cold like winter, now feelings like autumn again. And I hope you've stayed steady through these changes. And meditation practice is a way to ground ourselves in this rhythm of life. Love, happiness, kindness, like these timeless truths guide our lives. Gratitude, too, is among them. In the one Buddhist view, gratitude shapes. It shapes the way we relate to the world. We live through the care and support of one another. And in this light, we may come to see all is grace. And for the past this whole week, 26 retreat participants have been practicing with this theme of gratitude. And now they are joining our Sunday service. So through this service, may we all deepen our understanding of gratitude together. Now, I'd like to invite you to bowing practice to the Dharma, Kaya, Buddha, Fourfold Grace. Please all rise and stand behind your mat. Please join your palms together. Let us loosen our shoulders, soften our forehead, gentle smile, and our minds and hearts together. Let us face toward Ilwon-sang, the Dharma, Kaya, Buddha, Fourfold Grace, and we'll make 4 standing bows together. I bow in gratitude to the grace of heaven and earth, honoring the infinite beneficence of nature and the universe. I bow in gratitude to the grace of parents, honoring the beneficence from parents, ancestors, and all those who have had a nurturing role in my life. I bow in gratitude to the grace of fellow beings, recognizing the truth of interconnectedness.
I bow in gratitude to the grace of laws, which guides us, protects us, and promotes justice. Now please turn to your neighbor Buddhas next to you or to your back and let us welcome each other. Now please remain standing. Our friend B will guide us with his gentle Qigong movement.
Good morning. Thank you. I am grateful to be asked to come here, lead for you guys. Good day. All right. Let's begin. Feet shoulder width apart. Just start scanning from the top of our head down. Now let's loosen the face. A gentle smile there. Drop the jaw. Allow the tongue to rest at the top of the mouth. The shoulders down. Just let the arms hang. Sort of sit into your hips a little bit. Slight bend to the knees. Soften the ankles and feel well rooted. Stand for this just for a moment. Scanning your body. Noticing strengths, weaknesses. Maybe a little shaking. Let's invigorate the nervous system here. Begin tapping the top of the head. Working around the face, nice and light around the eyes. Around the ears and back of the neck. Onto the shoulders. Over one arm. Back up that arm, over to the other side. Around the chest, the belly. Down the legs. Up the legs. Great. All right, let's invigorate the kidneys a little bit. Let's bounce up on our heels. Just massaging the kidneys, the backs of your hands. Just do this for a moment. Remembering to breathe. All right. We'll just shake everything else out a little bit. Now we're all aware. All right. Let's step one foot forward. Do a little here. We'll have our weight shifted into the back leg. Let's bring our hands up. Imagine holding on to a stick between our hands here. Just lightly holding that Tai Chi stick. Now we're going to rub it down, putting our weight into our back leg. We're going to move that stick down. And we're going to bring it up in front of our face. And in a circular motion. Exhaling, breathing in. Just go down as far as is comfortable. Remember, shifting the weight into the back leg as we're coming down. Bringing it into the front. Do a few more on this side. And last one. Keep holding that stick. Let's step back. Place the next foot forward. And we'll continue that circular motion. Exhaling. Breathing in as we're coming up. Two more. And last one. All right, let's step back. We're going to step in. This one is one of my favorites. It's playing the lute, I believe is what it's called. We're going to sweep our arms open, stepping out, and coming out with your hands as if you're ready to do some kung fu. Sweeping down, stepping back onto the other side. And again, a nice circular fluid motion. Remember to feel well rooted in that planted foot before stepping out. Do one more on either side. And last one. And come back to neutral. All right, now that we've had our energy all flowing, we're really awakened. Let's calm ourselves just a little bit. Let's step out just a little bit further. Just widen your stance. Remember, so we're going to be bending a little bit, so remember to bend with your hips and your knees, not your back. We're going to sweep open. We're going to grab all that beautiful water energy that's coming towards us. Bringing it down. Let's press it into the earth. The earth's been so dry and parched. Now let's bring some of the earth's energy up, wash it out, and let it flow back off our fingers. Again. Wash that energy down into the earth. Pick up anew. Do two more. And last one. All right. Step your stance in just a little bit. We're going to do one more thing just for a minute here to really settle ourselves into our coming seated practice. As we stand here, we're going to bring our arms up to chest height, keeping your shoulders dropped. Just imagine holding a balloon or a ball between you and yourself, maybe the world. We're just going to stand like this, find our breath, stand for 1 minute. Close your eyes. Imagine you're a big oak, holding those strong arms out. Drop the elbows, which releases tension on the shoulders. And slowly drop the arms back down to your sides. Thank you, everyone.
Please be seated. Silent sitting practice continues. Take your time to adjust your sitting posture. This morning, Jeff Hyunjin, our Dharma friend, will guide us with the method of seated meditation.
The method of sitting meditation is simple and easy. Sit comfortably on the floor or in a chair. Breathe in, grab all your tension, and breathe it out. Open up your chest and heart. Stretch up tall and align your spine from your neck to your tailbone. Relax your shoulders and arms, then allow your hands to rest on your knees. Bring your attention to your breath. As you exhale, release all mental and physical tension. Invite your attention to abide in your chi energy field, which is called Danjin. This is located about 2 inches below your navel and is the power center for your breathing. Open your eyes and gaze downward over the end of your nose and to the floor. Keep your mouth closed and allow the tip of your tongue to rest gently against the roof of your mouth. When your mind is concentrated and calm, pure and clear saliva may gather in the mouth. You may swallow it. Relax your facial muscles and notice your gentle smile. If your face or body begins to itch, do not scratch. This is just a sign of energy circulating in your body. Simply note the itching and let it pass. If your legs ache unbearably, you may change position very slowly and quietly so that you maintain a calm stillness and do not interrupt others. When thoughts arise in your mind, do not be discouraged or disturbed by them. Simply focus on your breathing without reacting to or playing with those thoughts. Recognize them as thoughts. They will disappear by themselves. And remember, keep bringing your awareness back to your Danjin breathing center. If you continue practicing meditation for a long period of time, you will rest in the realm of samadhi, deep meditation in which the mind is calm, concentrated, perfectly focused, and at peace, with no distinction between self and others, time and place. We are grateful to sit quietly together, finding the still point within. May we be here now, aware of our ever calm and alert spirit.
Sutra Chanting Meditation, page 4. Today, our chanting practice is focused on 일원상 vow. Page 4, 일원상 vow.
일원상 vow.
Wisdom of samadhi beyond words and speech, the gateway of birth and death, transcending being and non-being, origin of heaven and earth, parents, fellow beings, also true nature of all Buddhas, enlightened master, unenlightened people, and sentient beings. You one manifest as both permanence and impermanence. Used as permanence, one unfolds into an infinite world that is ever abiding, spontaneous, just as it is fused as impermanence. One unfolds into infinite birth through the cycle of formation, duration, decay, and extinction of the universe, and birth, aging, illness, and death of all beings, according to how we use our minds and bodies. In the four forms of birth, we transform through the 6 realms of existence, progressing or regressing, with grace arising from harm or harm from grace. Therefore, we unawakened beings vow to practice wholeheartedly, modeling ourselves after 일원상 the Dharma Kaya Buddha, by cultivating our minds and bodies, deeply knowing human affairs and universal principles thoroughly, and using our minds and bodies skillfully, thus progressing rather than regressing, and receiving grace rather than harm, until we attain great empowerment of Ilwan and become one with the nature of Ilwan. Put down your booklet. Let us gently wiggle our hands. Arms to your side. And roll your shoulders and up. Fingers together. Push the sky with your palms and stretch. Lean to one side, to the other side. Hands back of your head. Open your chest. Open your elbows. One more time. Lean to one side, to the other side. And hands lower of your head and pull your head and massage your neck. Release your hands on your knees, and twist your spine to each direction. Roll your upper body gently in a circular motion. This morning, we are happy to have our special guest speaker from the North Carolina temples, Reverend WonGong. So please welcome our teacher, Reverend WonGong. With your palms together, let us bow. Today, she'll give us a talk entitled Gratitude, the Path to Healing.
Good morning. It is joy to be here with you at the One Dharma Center. Every summer, all the One Buddhist reverends in America gather here for our Kyomonim's annual retreat, supported with great care and love by our head Dharma teacher, Venerable Juksanim, and the awesome reverends here. So this place feels like my second home. Gratitude, a path to healing. I believe gratitude can change everything. Would you agree? The more grateful I am, the more blessings I receive. To the extent I am ungrateful, things become more entangled. For instance, when I'm in line at a grocery store, the cashier checking my groceries can sometimes be grumpy and tired. But when I approach them with grateful energy, their attitude changes. I might share friendly words or just a simple smile. This creates a ripple effect. In ways like this, I experience immediate evidence about how gratitude can influence the dynamics of our everyday life. At the temple in North Carolina where I live and work, the more I express gratitude to my fellow reverend, the more positive energy grows in the temple. When I express gratitude to ground workers who dig and lift heavy stones for our garden path, smiles break out on their faces. Have you experienced something similar? Gratitude is a simple and direct recipe for harmonizing our relationships with the world. Gratitude practice is essential Dharma in Won Buddhism. It is one of the unique features that distinguishes from traditional Buddhism. Instead of emphasizing the alleviation of suffering by following the path of the Four Noble Truths, we emphasize the recognition of grace in all situations. How do we do this? One approach is understanding that all things are the mind's creation. Our minds can create grace or harm, gratitude or complaint. In your life, do you tend to focus more on grace from harm or harm from grace? In Won Buddhism, we aspire to direct our minds to what we are grateful for and what we can offer in return. When our founding teacher Sotae-san attained enlightenment, he felt a profound sense of gratitude for all the support and grace that had sustained him. He distilled this awareness as the fourfold grace. Grace of heaven and earth. Grace of parents, grace of fellow beings, grace of laws. Grace of heaven and earth, the sun, moon, stars, and all the wondrous gifts of nature and the universe. Grace of parents and ancestors, all those who have given us life, raised us, and nurtured our being. Grace of fellow beings. Touch what you're wearing now. And reflect on so many things used in your daily life. And we may wonder how many fellow beings contribute their energy to provide the necessities and resources to sustain us. Inconceivable. Grace of laws. Are you grateful for the laws of justice that safeguard us and uphold our shared humanity? The teaching of the fourfold grace encompasses countless indispensable blessings and reminds us of the many things in life we often take for granted. Of these fourfold grace today, I'd like to share my personal journey of gratitude with regard to the grace of parents. During my childhood, my mother was not well, often used alcohol to cope with her mental and emotional instability. There was frequent violence and turmoil in my home. I often composed poems about my mom as my own way to cope. Here is one of the poems I wrote as a teenager, translated from Korean. It is rather intense. I wish I could fly far to a star, or to the moon, or to the highest mountain, or even just to a dream. One night, dreaming, Mother cracked my head with an axe. I'd rather have that dream than watch her cry out, vomiting through the smell of rice liquor. As a girl's ventilating window, a scribbled notebook whispers, "Please, no more violence. Peaceful home, please. Just today, just tonight. Somebody come, help us. Somebody come and help my mom." Excuse me. I thought I'm okay to share this today with you. Revisiting this poem also reminds me how often I felt afraid of being at home. Because of my turbulent home environment, school became a safe haven for me. Each day, I wished I could stay at school all evening and through the night. Because of the ongoing heavy stress at home, I even once tried to leave this world. Here is a poem I wrote that. Survivor. In my little hometown village, we often heard about a farmer who took his own life by drinking a bottle of insecticide because of tough times. An 8-year-old child hears from a classmate, "Why does it look like you are carrying the weight of the whole world?" In the dark corner of a storage room, full of fear with hesitant steps, the little girl approaches a sack of insecticide powder. The slightly opened mouth of the sack allures her. You can do it. Don't fear. Her hand reaches inside and grasps the soft powder, piercing her nose with a deadly smell. Can I do this? Can I? No, I can't. What a weak soul. She steps away, tears of relief washing her face. A new voice. I will live. I want to live. Back at school, I often kept myself sitting on a swing and worrying about things at home. One day on the school playground, my 5th grade classmate, Sun-suk, was swinging nearby. She was a very shy girl, slim and tall with big dark eyes. She and I had never really spoken before, but on that day, she pulled together enough courage to say to me, "Would you like to visit the Won Buddhist temple?" I simply nodded, yes. Later, I would learn that she lived right next to the temple and regularly attended the children's Dharma services. Her mother was a lifelong practitioner of Won Buddhism. Soon after our brief conversation, I found myself walking toward the temple right after school. Walking in the temple grounds for the very first time, I was surrounded by magnificent trees that radiated beauty and serene energy. I was only 11 and felt nervous, but a friendly 교무님 soon welcomed me. She had exactly the same hairstyle like I had. After that, I began participating in the children's services. One day, the 교무님 spoke about the grace of parents, a topic that took me by surprise and changed the course of my life. She explained that we should be grateful to our parents, who are the very source of our existence. Reflecting on this, I realized I had long focused on resentment, especially toward my mother, without considering the hardships she faced raising 10 children, only 7 of whom survived. Gradually, I came to understand that through her difficult life and hard work in the farmland, she turned to rice liquor, the common comfort for many farmers then, to ease her thirst and fatigue. Even knowing about her struggles, it took me many, many years to truly appreciate the grace of parents. In my college seminary days, visits to my mother often left me sleepless, haunted by worry and anxiety. Yet, my Dharma practice in Won Buddhism is getting deepened, and that helped me slowly cultivate compassion for her, coming to understand the unhealed wounds and burdens she carried from her own upbringing. I used to question, why did my parents bring me and my siblings into this world, raising us under such dire circumstances? When I consulted with my spiritual mentors, they told me that my mom came into this world in the form of a bodhisattva to lead me to this spiritual path. This was the constant reassuring message I received from every senior teacher. Well, it is true that if my mom was not the person she was, I would probably not have chosen this 교모님's path. The more I have grown to appreciate my life as a 교모님, I have become more grateful for my parents who brought me into this world. With the support of spiritual guides, my awareness of grace have awakened my capacity to understand, forgive, and heal. My mom was meant to be my mom in this lifetime. Even though she passed away years ago, I fully accept her and appreciate her impact on my life. Anyone seen total chart over there? Beautiful. One of the legs of our doctrinal total chart in Won Buddhism is the awareness of grace and requital of grace. The principal book of Won Buddhism describes this as deeply feeling and knowing the contents of the graces we have received from heaven and earth, parents, fellow beings, and laws. We model ourselves wholeheartedly on the way of indebtedness. Even if there is a situation in which we feel resentful, we can respond gratefully by recognizing the source from which all grace thrives. Deeply feeling and truly knowing the grace we have received. This line from our scripture book always resonates with me. It expresses a Dharma that is accessible to all of us. When we awaken to the totality of grace, we open a doorway to healing, both within ourselves and in our relationships with others. Gratitude turns what we already have into more than enough. This is not just a theory. This is a powerful truth. During the gratitude retreat this week, I have witnessed the door of healing opening to many. How inspiring. But gratitude practice as a healing path takes more than a week. It is a lifetime journey. Little by little, through daily practice, we uncover this treasure, the power of gratitude. At times, our practice is like excavation, gently uncovering the beneficence surrounding us. In our life journeys, as vulnerable beings, we all experience wounds and scars in our minds, hearts, and bodies. It is our choice whether we perceive the container of a life as half empty or half full. When life feels dark and it's hard to find grace in relationships with our parents or anyone else, we can seek the support of trusted guides, staying close to our Dharma community. As we heal our wounds, we become a healing presence for others. Without grace of parents, I would not be here with you today. and you would not be here with me. May our healing journeys continue and bring joy and grace to all sentient beings.
Deep bow to Reverend WonGong, her powerful talk this morning. I have known her for more than 15 years now, and I never heard this intense, vulnerable story that she shared with us today. So we are so very thankful to have her today here with everybody. And now let us close our eyes just for a moment and reflect on the teaching, gratitude, a path to healing. And let us think upon our wounds. We can adopt the teaching of gratitude as one powerful way to walk to our wounds and to be healed, and also heal others' wounds as well. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in gratitude, like Reverend WonGong used to say, often says. And breathe out, smile, and release any tensions. Now you are invited to chant, all is grace with us. All is grace. And Reverend WonGong will guide us to this chant.
All is grace. Your turn. All is grace. All is grace. All is grace. I am grateful. All is grace. I am grateful. All is grace. Together. All is grace. All is grace. I am grateful. All is grace. Feel your heartbeat. All is grace. All is grace. I am grateful. All is grace. Let your heart chant. All is grace. All is grace. I am grateful. All is grace. All one more last. All is grace. All is grace. I am grateful. All is grace.
Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in once again. Breathe out, open your eyes. Now please turn your booklet to page 6. Besides this fourfold grace, the essential teachings of Won Buddhism, there are other essential teachings which we will recite together in the essential dharmas of daily practice. John Dekanti, WonGong will guide us to this.
Essential dharmas of daily practice. 1. The mind is originally free from disturbance, but disturbances arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the equanimity of our true nature by letting go of disturbances. 2. The mind is originally free from delusion, but delusions arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the wisdom of our true nature by letting go of delusions. 3. The mind is originally free from wrongdoing, but wrongdoings arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the precepts of our true nature by letting go of wrongdoings. 4. Let us replace disbelief, greed, laziness, and ignorance with belief, zeal, questioning, and dedication. 5. Let us turn resentment into gratitude. 6. Let us turn dependency into self-reliance. 7. Let us turn reluctance to learn into a willingness to learn well. 8. Let us turn reluctance to teach into willingness to teach well. 9. Let us turn lack of public spirit into eagerness to serve the good of all.
We have an announcement for our local community people, and Kathy will share that.
Good morning, everyone. So we have a few announcements, and the first one makes me very happy to announce. We have a Dharma Land workshop that we have done a couple years ago, and we're going to do it again. And it is a holiday craft fundraiser. So if you come, you get to learn how to make little kyomonims, little ministers, and little practitioners. You know, like a little pocket angel on your shoulder. We can keep those, and so we make those for our fundraiser. And that will happen on October 23rd. So it's Thursday at 4 to 6. We also have a community cleanup happening. Oh, right? Is that right?
Yes.
Sorry, community cleanup. Sorry about that. November 23rd at 11:30. So there's a sign-up sheet for that. There's also a sign-up sheet for if you want to be part of the community garden as well in the foyer. And last but not least, we have a moving meditation retreat coming up. So you can also see this online. And it's December 26th through the 29th. Thank you, Tai Chi.
And I have one more announcement for our local practitioners. So whenever we have this silent retreat on our retreat campus, I am so much grateful for you to observe the practice of silence. So as you retreat yourself out to the door, please let us practice this together. You know what I mean. And our retreat participants, please remain in your seat for our next program, which is sound bath. Before that, let us sing morning prayer song together. Page 9. Dharma Kaya Buddha, fourfold grace. I begin a new day in your presence. Today full of health and with peace of mind. May I walk along the path of the Buddha. Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace. I begin a new day with your grace. Today gratefully and with gentle words, may I live in harmony with all those I meet. Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace. I begin a new day with compassion. Today making the world a more loving place. May I do all that I can for one world. Thank you for your practice. Looking forward to practicing with you next Sunday.